Hello, my name is Ben, and for Quest 3 on week 2 of Psychology of Play, I decided to learn a new skill, and the skill I chose was sewing. I've had a sewing machine for a little bit now, but I never used it, and I wanted to, but never had the time, and this quest was the perfect way to get into it. Here I am taking measurements and marking on some fabric I have to make an apron. That's the goal I gave myself. I wanted to make an apron that I can wear and use. So here I am marking the length and width, and there's me cutting it real quick. The audio for this got a little messed up, so I'm voicing over it now. But here I am folding it over. It looks a little small, and that's because it kind of clearly is. But I decided to try running with it, see how far into the project I could get until I made a mistake, because inevitably I would. And I made a pretty big mistake coming up right around here. Yeah, here I am clipping the fabric together because I've watched a few videos on what to do, and clipping it helps keep things in place. I was told to freehand the curve here. So I ended up cutting this line that you see, and it was on the fold. So I completely restarted the project and changed the measurements because I wanted it to fit me better. So here is my updated version. My camera had been being very weird, so I wasn't able to get any of that footage of me recutting it. But it was the same process, just on a larger scale, so it could fit me better. Here I am folding over the edges to give them more of a clean look at the end. And I'm pinning them down so I can sew them without them moving and having to align them while I'm sewing. And here is all of the edges folded over and pinned. It took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to take me, and very, very tired after this. So now I need to sew them, and I struggled a little bit on how to really set up the fabric on my desk, because as you can see, I don't have that much space to work with. And there I am blocking the view, obviously. So I ended up readjusting where my sewing machine was to be a little bit farther in, give myself some more room. And then this is about here where I noticed the camera angle was bad. So I changed it. I think this is a lot better. You can see a lot more of exactly what I'm doing. And now here I am starting to sew. This is the first time I ever use a sewing machine, and it was challenging, but also a lot easier than I expected it to be. Been working on this corner for a little bit now. I ended up getting all the threading jammed. The mistake was I simply forgot to put the foot down as I started sewing again. So I spent probably 30 minutes fixing it. This is what the corner looked like afterwards. That's the aftermath. Pretty horrendous, I'd say, but quick little cleanup with the scissors, and boom. Here is me starting to sew the neck strap and straps that you tie behind your back for the apron. And as I started, I forgot to put the foot down again, and the thread came out. So I had to rethread it, which was also a long process to learn, but I've figured out how to do it. So I was pretty quick and efficient at it. first try. Just had to thread it through. Made sure I put the foot down. And closing off the gap on the back. Throwing the needle down to hold the fabric in place. Then going along the line of it to completely close it. Unfortunately, my camera died and I wasn't able to get the rest of the footage of me doing the rest of the straps, but I finished it and here's the final product. I hope you enjoyed it. It fits pretty well and I'm honestly quite proud and happy I learned this skill. Thank you.